makes the save, and he'll hold it face off in the Knoxville zone.
Definitely good run there by the Bulls, Joe, to get one of their better scoring opportunities of the night outside of their goal. We'll see what's going on here, but it looks like we're having some issues on YouTube with no output.
We'll see if that helps.
See if that helps.
Let us know if it's back, and if it is, if there's any interference whatsoever with the signal. Play back into the Bull zone. Behind the net, Williams for Kent. His shot backhand's just a little wide. Around the near boards, played by Birmingham and out. Cody Walker gets it past Roach, goes behind the Knoxville net. Down on the play goes C.J. Walker, his brother. Birmingham fighting for possessions far boards. Roach and Williams as well. Picked up by the Bulls, back at the point. There's a shot, never made it through. Kicked aside by the defense of Knoxville. And back at center ice, Gagnon puts it right back in. Line change for the Bulls. Soretsky, Wood, and Kennedy out for Birmingham. Roach behind his own net for Knoxville. He'll set the play. There's a pass right through the slot, connects with Kuzmich. The rookie gets it ahead. That's Tosto, brings it in the Bull zone. Blake Tosto tried to set it up for a cruising Kuzmich off the mark. Puck loose in the near corner. Played by Soretsky right through the slot. Wood player, excuse me, that's Scahill plays it down the ice. Connor Green backhands one over. Nice interception by Wood. He tried to get it to Soretsky, but Vance stepped in between that pass. Loose puck through the slot. It'll puck come near side where Carson Vance has it, and he'll skate away. Puck played in the Bull zone by Soretsky. Giveaway in front. There's a shot by Branshaw. Save made by Stewart. Bulls gave a scoring chance away there. Kuzmich with it. Back to Tosto. Tried to get it in front. Knocked away by the Bulls, and Pereira sends it far side. Cup gets it over for Branshaw. His shot hits Soretsky in front. Kennedy with it. He'll skate through center ice. Kennedy cuts past Cup. Brings it in far face-off circle. Goes now. Penalty coming up. I believe that'll be on Carson Vance for the trip or a hook. Either way, Birmingham will go on the power play. First one of the night for either team with 11:16 to go here in the first period of play.
Yeah, it's either Vance or Cup there, Jody. Take your pick, but I think they're going to go with Cup. And he's going to go for a hook. So Cup for the hook or Vance for the trip. They're going to go with 7 Cup, 2 minutes for hooking, and the Bulls will be on their first power play. Coming into this, Jody, the Bulls had the best power play in the league at 24% with 32 power play goals.
Okay. Face off to the left of Connor Green. Bulls control. Youngworth slides it far side, and that's played down low in front. Oh. Walker had one twice shot. Our chances at it, he couldn't get it off. He really missed that first opportunity. He was there on the back door, now in front looking for a deflection from Glover. He couldn't get his stick on the puck. C.J. Walker fighting for it, gets it to Glover. Back at the points for Youngworth. He takes the shot. Glove save made by Green. Derek Cup trying to shove Glover out of the way, but we'll have a face-off again in the Knoxville zone. Walker was there. He just couldn't get that first shot off, Greg.
Yeah, it was one of those ones, Jody. He didn't really see it coming. He was down and ready, but he got on his stick, and then he almost had to just lean forward into it to get off a little bit of a shot. Consequently enough, Knoxville is worse in the power play, Jody. Bulls are the best.
Well, also, Knoxville's penalty kill is not bad, though. They're 4th in the league. But you've got the best power play team in the league in Birmingham and the worst power play team in the league in Knoxville. Off the draw, Birmingham has it. That's Sinclair, top of the face-off circle. Shovels it down low, played back at the point now for Youngworth. Near side, Walker, CJ. Down low, Sinclair takes the shot, save, rebound loose. Cleared along the near boards by Knoxville. Soper right in front of his own net. Score! Holy cow, thank you, Jimmy Soper. What a gift. He's talking to himself now, the captain of the Knoxville Ice Bears. Literally threw one from Safeway right against the boards, right to his goaltender in front. Birmingham's Danny Waite was there.
And now we will see what Green is all about, Jody, because it's easy to play when the team's playing well in front of you and things are going, you're getting all the bounces. But coming out here with the Bulls getting their second goal here early in the first period, we'll see how Green rebounds after this.
Been hit by 2. First game Green played in Pensacola, he only gave up 1. He gave up 3 Sunday in Huntsville. But real quickly, we're not even halfway through the first period. Birmingham puts 2 in the net behind him. Puck behind the Knoxville net, played by Cup. Far side for Westcott. His pass tried to hook up with McKinney, knocked out by the Bulls, and Roach backhands one in. Birmingham has came out after a slow first 5-6 minutes of this hockey game, and slowly has taken control, really by beneficiary of a great gift from Jimmy Soper. Roach with the puck now. Slides it through the legs of Westcott, comes right in front. There's Skronik, a shot save made by Green. This the second big giveaway by Knoxville, but Green stops and shuts the door there. McKinney brings the puck in the Bull zone. Kick back out, Knoxville will have to retreat. What is going on with the giveaways with Knoxville? Westcott behind the net, stopped by Stewart. Bartuccio Pereira with the puck, gets away from LaRue. Through center ice. He'll dump it right in, and Green thought about that one, Greg. It's in his head. That puck bounced a foot or 2 in front of him, and he went down like it was a Wayne Gretzky's breakaway. He doesn't look too sure of himself at this moment.
Well, that's one of the things, Jody, where you said it. It's about the test of time and enduring the onslaught as a goaltender as you get more than a couple games under your belt. And that's what we're seeing here tonight with Green, even on Skronik on that, I don't even know what to call it, kind of giveaway it was, but right through the feet, off the side boards, comes right back into the slot. Skronik in on a breakaway. That was a heck of a save by Green. So, one-on-one in tight, the kid's, very athletic. He moves well. He's blocking the pucks, but just on those simple shots, like there's 2 kinds of goalies. There's catchers, and then there's blockers. And he's content to just get his body in front, block the pucks down in front of him. And that's fine and good when your D's on point, Jody, and clearing those rebounds for you. But when they don't, you're going to get a lot of secondary and third opportunities like the Bulls are finding right now.
I did not expect, after the way this game started, as sloppy as it was on both ends of the ice, Greg. But I'm telling you, Knoxville is a very good hockey team, and Jimmy Soper is a very good hockey player. I cannot believe he did that.
Everybody has a bad 5 seconds, Jody, and that's all it is. A game of opportunities, right?
But to take it from a safe area and put it in the most dangerous area with Danny Wade of all people there, 100%. Forget it. It's over. Off the draw, Birmingham controls. Bartuccio Pereira with it. He'll slide it around to the near corner, played by Glover. He's knocked off the play by Big Robin Lilliquist, and back comes Osick the other way for Knoxville. Osick holds on to the puck, gives it up. There's a shot off the side of the goal. Played now behind the net. Birmingham controls. Far boards played. Almost knocked away. As Tracy just backhands it to center ice to get it out of the Bull zone. Now Lilliquist with it. Looks like he has a monster slap shot. Plays it behind the net. Bulls skate away. Glover tips it in deep. Now stopped at the blue line, played. Here comes Timmy Kent the other way. Slides it for Williams. Small players, Williams and Kent. Nice play by Waite, knocks it to the far boards. Kent has it. Nice stick handling. Plays a shot right off the shoulder of Stewart. Couldn't control it, but Birmingham has the rebound. Gagnon slides it through the slot off the stick of Danny Waite. Played in front. Wow. Save made. A giveaway by the Bulls resulted in a scoring chance for Kent, but Hayden Stewart, playing to form as he did this past Monday, makes the save. And that's the second save I've seen him make with a deflection to his left, Greg. That was a nice one as well.
Well, and you saw that one coming, Jody. As soon as the Bulls gave the puck away on the far wall, you saw Kent take off, shooting for that backside. They knew exactly where he was going to be.
Just when there's in front, Williams has it all alone and couldn't get the shot off. Now Soper, Kyle that is, from the point, sends one in looking for a deflection, goes behind the net. Kent having a heck of a shift, has the puck, gets away from Tracy. Still holding on to it. Now Tracy will time up. Puck comes free to the near board. Soper nailed against the board. It's tied up there. Kennedy, nice play, gets it out. Birmingham, Soretsky with it. Soretsky brings it in, and he'll drop it off. There's a weak shot in, easily stopped by Soper. Loose puck picked up by the Bulls. Soretsky with a good play defensively, knocked it away. Kennedy will send it around the near side. Matt Wood has it. Circles through the slot, takes the shot, save made. Soper has the rebound, almost lost it. Gets it to center ice. Someone's lost the stick,
That
broken
was
in
Wood.
half. I believe it was Matt Wood.
Yep.
Played behind the Knoxville bench, or Knoxville net, that is. Kyle Soper with it. Gets it ahead to Tyler Williams. Very quick skater. Williams brings it into the Bull zone. Far face-off circle. His shot is blocked. Comes out the other side of the net. Birmingham will play it and out. Billy Roach took it away from Walker but couldn't get it in. Walker takes it right back, and his brother Cody fires it in deep. Play to the near corner. Cody Walker going in after it. Roach on him. Comes back to Pereira just inside the blue line for Sinclair. Top of that face-off circle. His shot is blocked by Jimmy Soper. Birmingham has to retreat. Pereira has it. Cody Walker tips it in. Birmingham will change lines. Played at center ice. Branshaw has it. Had it knocked away from him. He'll gain, or it's still loose now. Glover will go in after it for Birmingham. He just taps it in deep. Cup hit by Olenek. Far side, it gets past Tosto. There's a shot from the point. Save made, but he had trouble with it. Now comes out the other side of the net. Branshaw will just lift it out of harm's way into center ice. And Youngworth will take it there and slide it to Tracy. Tipped in back to the Knoxville zone. Green stops it, and he'll leave it for Cup. Backhands one to nobody. Birmingham is there. That's Matt Wood. Two Knoxville players on him. It comes free for McKinney, who gets it up to Branshaw, and back to come the other way. Loose puck picked up by Tosto. In front looking for McKinney. Went past everyone. Along the far wall, Bulls play it. Off the backside of Kennedy, picked up by Branshaw. He'll tap it into the Bull zone. Played along the far side for Sadowski. Gets it ahead for Wood. Wood puts the brakes on, waits for some help. Nice pass to Kennedy. Soretsky floating in front. Kennedy cuts behind the net. Now tried to give it to Soretsky, taken away. And back comes Westcott. Has McKinney with him. Big hit far side. And it causes, at least for the moment, a disruption in play. Now there's Lilliquist, hammers one. Birmingham, Soretsky, or excuse me, that was Britton, got in the way of that shot, and Birmingham will clear it down the ice. That's a big hit over there along the other side wall on Westcott.
Huge hit, Jody, and talk about that shot and wind up there by Lilliquist. You know what I mean? I'm a right-hand shot. I wish I was a left-hand shot because I would be very interested to get a hold of one of his sticks and just see what it's like to hold it, because that stick's got to be a foot longer than anybody else's on the ice.
He's so big, Greg. 6'9", and you might as well just say 7 foot because he's wearing skates.
Right.
I mean, the skates are good for 2 to 3 inches, right?
Yep.
Well, that may be the biggest player I've seen in this league. Now, their goaltender who's on the IR, their number one goaltender, Steven Mundinger, is no small slouch himself. I believe he's 6'8".
You're right.
So they've got some size on this hockey team. And it's kind of, when you look out on the ice and see Tyler Williams and Timmy Kent, they're the smallest players on the ice, maybe with the exception of Cody Walker. And then you have them stand next to a Robin Lilliquist, and it's like a child standing next to a man.
100%. And that's the thing. This Williams line is the line that really carries it for Knoxville, Jody, and they're the one I'm kind of holding my breath when they're out.
Knoxville controls the draw, gets it back for Varava. Lee gets it behind the net, picked up by the Bulls. Britton tried to tap it out, couldn't get it by Soper. Now it's loose at the Bulls' blue line. LaRue will send it in deep. Osick gives it to Williams. Williams holds on to the puck. Nifty stick work by Tyler Williams, second-year man. Williams gave it to Kyle Soper behind the net, intercepted by Youngworth. Youngworth gets it ahead to Britton. He couldn't get it out. Birmingham loses it. Tyler Williams brings it in. He'll curl far boards. Holds on to the puck. Gets away from Scahill, but not Glover. And Glover couldn't get it out, but he did take the puck away. Now it's loose in the slot. Waite smartly sends it behind the net, around the boards, and finally out.
And that play by Glover, Jody, I was watching Williams in warm-up. You do not want him shooting anywhere down there below the top of the circles.
Under 4 minutes to go, first period. Birmingham up 2-0 on Knoxville. Soper brings it in. He'll send it behind the net. Tracy catches up with it first for Birmingham. Had his stick lifted, but gets control of the puck, and he'll get it out to Waite. Waite slides it over. That back for Waite off of his leg. Loose puck picked up now by Varava. Banks went off the boards into center ice. Loose there, picked up by Gronick. Gronick lost it, but it stayed by Tracy. He'll cut behind his own net. Sends it far side. Now up, looking for Sinclair. It gets past everyone, and icing will be called on the Bulls with 3:20 to go. First period up. Birmingham up 2-0.
And that's kind of what I'm talking about, Jody, in that last shift when Williams was out and then he goes off the ice. But you see where the puck always is when that line is on the ice? Because they maintain puck possession in the Bull zone. They're not just slapping it around. And 90% of that offensive puck possession is Williams. Just skating around, stick handling through people.
It's hard to take the puck away from him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt. Off the draw again, controlled by Knoxville. There's Roach with it. Sticked aside by Stewart into the far corner. Tracy has it. Now Williams. He lost the puck, but Knoxville has possession. Roach near side. Down low. Kent gives it up for Cup. Cup cuts down low from his defensive position. Back for Williams. Williams just inside the Birmingham blue line. Near side, Roach has it. Roach sends one in front, deflected. There it is, loose. Still loose. Williams had two good chances on the rebound, but Hayden Stewart just pops his body out on top of that puck and saves Birmingham for the moment with 2:43 to go here in the first.
Jody Williams right on top of him. 2 or 3 whacks at that when Stewie was sprawled out with his pad down on the ice, and then comes across with the big mitt right at the last second and janks that one down out of the air. Holy Christmas.
By far Knoxville's best scoring chance of the night. We've got a long way to go. McKinney on the draw for Knoxville. No one really controls. Birmingham couldn't get the puck out as it's kept in by Westcott. Now Matt Wood, he'll come away. Lost it to Westcott. He took it away through the slot. There's a shot. Scahill blocked it. He goes down. Birmingham has control. Kennedy gets it ahead. Wood goes in after it. Vance catches up with it first for Knoxville. Tips it through center ice. Pereira puts it right back onto the stick of the Bulls. Kennedy. Kennedy has it. Goal scorer, first goal of the game for Birmingham. Behind the net, intercepted by Lilliquist. Ridden into the boards by C.J. Walker. Lilliquist turns his big body on C.J. and shovels a puck over. And back comes Gaeta ahead off the stick of McKinney. Now played by Danny Waite. Drops it for his defense, who will give it right back to Waite. Under 2 to go first period. Bulls up 2-0. Glover had it knocked away from him by Roach. Westcott sends it in. LaRue goes in after it. It'll get to Stewart first. Plays it along the near boards. Kept alive by the Ice Bears. Puck played around the far boards. Chipped through the slot. Out. Olenek is there. Roach takes it away. Now Soper couldn't get it in. Played by Glover back into the Knoxville zone. Through center ice. Tried to hook up for Williams. Gets past him. Birmingham's Tracy slides it over and back through center ice. Off the stick of Wade and Olenek. Now it's loose through the slot. Picked up by the Bulls. Wood takes a shot. Save made. The splits on the play by Connor Green. The goaltender saved another goal. Wood had it all alone. Now in front, Wood sends a centering pass. Knocked away by the Ice Bears. Scahill with it. In front, blocker save made by Green. Now Jarrett Cup tries to get out. Big hit. Scahill takes down Kuzmich, who's looking to see what that license plate number was. What a hit by Scahill. I believe that was for his dad, who came by here a little earlier to meet us. Now Tyler Williams brings the puck in. Off the skate of the Bulls. Picked up by Williams again, though. He'll cut past. Far face-off circle. Still holding on to the puck. Sends a shot in. Knocked down in front. We're under 30 seconds to go. Kent goes down behind the play. Taken away by the Bulls. Maybe time for a last rush here. C.J. Walker tried to chip it over to his brother. It gets past him, and Cup will take it for Knoxville. Played around the far boards. Tyler Williams, who must have 14 minutes of ice time in the first period, slides it back for Cup, and that will do it for the first period of play. Knoxville just opts to hold on to the puck instead of moving it out. So many giveaways they've had, so many scoring opportunities on green. To be honest with you, Greg, it could be 4-0 Birmingham right now.
Well, I was going to say it could be 4-0, and then in that same note with the saves Hayden Stewart's had to make too, Jody.
True.
It could be 4-2 very easily.
Well, you know what Birmingham was thinking coming into this? You got 2 Federal Hockey League goaltenders on this Knoxville team.
Yep.
You got to put the puck on the net, make him make the saves.
100%.
And they came out and got a pair past him, 13 shots on goal for Birmingham that period. Could have been, like I said, 3 or 4-0, but you're right. Hayden Stewart had faced 8 shots on goal, but 3 of them he had to make stupendous saves on.
Blankers, you got it.
So once again, Birmingham will take a 2-0 lead into the locker room over Knoxville. And again, Birmingham record of 7-5-0-1 when leading after 1 period of play. Knoxville, when trailing after 1, is 4-12-0-1. Again, 2-goal leads. You know how I feel about 2-goal leads in hockey. And that's what Birmingham has right now. We need the third before they get the first. How about that?
Oh, 100%. And even just sitting here in that last 3 minutes or so, Jody, I was like, don't be fooled by the 2-0 score.
No, absolutely
you know what I mean?
not.
Because Knoxville has had the puck for a lot of this game and a lot of it down in Birmingham's zone, but they just can't seem to finish after they control the puck down there for 30 seconds and then the puck gets tipped up, into the netting or gets knocked down and broken up, and that's it. So interesting to see, but nonetheless, in the field advantage, Knoxville carrying it right now as far as puck possession, and the Bulls, honestly, they've just capitalized on some bad mistakes.
Is that really Knoxville's puck possession, or is it Tyler Williams making sure Birmingham is playing keep away with him?
Well, I think it all goes hand in hand, Jody.
What a play what a period he had. No score for Knoxville, but Greg, he had possession when he was on the ice.
What do you think he was out there for?
I'm telling you, I think
minutes?
he was out there a good 12 minutes of that first period. There's no doubt. He gets a shift, comes back to the bench, goes right back out next shift. There's no rest for this kid, and he's responding. Okay, that'll do it for the first period of play. If you're listening on YouTube, we apologize for the problem we had earlier. Hopefully it's taken care of. I haven't seen any other messages. If there is a problem with YouTube, I'm sure they would have told us that they can't hear it anymore. So if you are listening on YouTube and you can hear the broadcast, please let us know. Send a message over saying, yeah, we hear you loud and clear. If we don't get any messages, then we know we're in trouble. So we're counting on you guys to let us know if you can hear us or not. Okay. That'll do it for the first period of play. We'll come back in about 10, 12 minutes. Score at the end of 1, Birmingham 2, Knoxville nothing. Stay with us. This is Birmingham Bulls hockey. Now play. Okay, welcome back to the Pelham Civic Complex. Score at the end of one period of play, Birmingham 2, Knoxville nothing. Greg, how about some scores from out of town?
Yep, so around the league, as we talked about how tight the standings are from 4 all the way through to 10 in Fayetteville. Fayetteville maintains a 2-1 lead over Pensacola after 2. And the big score of the night, Roanoke over Quad City.
Wow.
In Roanoke, 7-0 after 2 periods of play. Here in Birmingham, Birmingham 2, Knoxville 0. Huntsville and Macon, they're knotted at no score after the first. Peoria and Evansville, they're deadlocked with no score with 1 minute to go in the first period. And that wraps up everybody in action tonight. And we'll see.
Quad City's, well, Roanoke's doing us a favor by taking Quad City. They're just a point behind us in the standings, and we have a game in hand on Quad City. So that's great news. It'd be nice if Pensacola could come in and help out as well and take Fayetteville out, but they're trailing by a goal at the end of 2. Macon and Huntsville, yeah, we'd like Huntsville to win, but I'm telling you, Macon's playing better than Huntsville is right now. So that wouldn't surprise me at all if Macon were to take another one from Huntsville, who's lost 3 in a row.
Well, that's one of those things, Jody, where I'm like, you know what? We don't need to look behind us. Let's just keep looking where we are and up the chain and keep climbing.
The message at this point, I heard Don Cherry say this years and years and years ago, should be 1 shift, 1 period, 1 game.
Right.
That's the mentality to have in the playoffs, he was trying to say. But at this point, as you said last week, this is the playoffs that we're experiencing right now.
Playoffs started last week, Jody.
All right, about ready for second period action. Danny Waite, Jimmy Soper on the draw. I'll bet you Jimmy Soper went to the locker room and just stared at himself in the mirror after that. Birmingham controls the draw. Sadovsky has it. He'll bank one off the boards, and it bounces into the Bulls bench off the stick of Glover or maybe Cup, but either way, we'll have a face-off again at center ice.
Another slow and choppy start here in the second. I know we're just 6 seconds in, Jody, but the whole first 6 minutes of the first period felt like that.
Off the draw, controlled by Knoxville. That's Roach. He'll just lift one into the near corner. Played by Sadovsky near boards. Up to Soper. His shot knocked away by the Bulls. Olenek gets it ahead to Glover, who tips it in. He had Waite with him, but he couldn't control the puck. Now Danny Waite comes in after it. He'll fire it back to the blue line for Sadovsky. Far side, Tracy in front. Shot never made it through. Stopped by Knoxville, and back comes Tyler Williams, who, guess what, is back on the ice. Williams couldn't get past Sadovsky. Nice play by Kevin. He didn't play the puck. He played the man. Now tied up in the corner. Puck comes free for Olenek. He chips it back into the Knoxville zone. C.J. Walker going in. They'll wave the icing off. Lilliquist with the puck now. Far boards. Slowly lumbering out. He'll just pass it through center ice. Knocked back into the Knoxville zone by Birmingham. Vance with the puck. Banks one off the glass for Branshaw. He lost possession, but Knoxville gets it right back. Loose at center ice. We're back to the sloppy play again. Birmingham's Youngworth has it. He'll play it far side for Gagnon. Sends one into the near corner for Vance, and they'll rule icing on the play. Gagnon, I thought he had the center ice stripe.
Close.
But the linesman said no, and we'll come back to the left of Hayden Stewart.
Yeah, oddly enough, the one that looked like an icing, Jody, that Walker was chasing down on, they wave it off, and then that one that looked like it was good, they rule back. So nonetheless, we'll get a face-off here to Hayden Stewart's left. 18:38 to go here in the second period. Bulls up 2.
Sinclair wins the draw over Tosto, but it's taken away by Kuzmich. He's tied up on the play. There's a shot taken, comes right back to Tosto. Now loose at the top of that face-off circle. Gagnon is going to go off to the penalty box, Greg, on the hold. And I know what's going through head coach Craig Simchuk's mind right now. I promise you I do.
So, do we need to say it again, Jody? It feels like the broken record that Gagnon is leading the league in minor penalties.
The thing about it, Greg, is he's not played bad, but you can't do that.
Right.
You can't take that many minor penalties. He knows better, and he's played good hockey.
Well, and it's one of those things, Jody, as a defenseman, if you want to take a penalty, you take it to prevent a goal. But that was 80,
against the boards.
That's what I'm saying, 80 feet away from the net.
Off the draw, Bartuccio Pereira can't get it around his own net. Scahill tries to chip it away, and it comes right back behind for Pereira. Kent on him. Soreski with it, avoids the check, but costs up the puck. Scahill comes in to try and keep it and get it out for Birmingham, but it comes back to Vance. He'll give it up for Timmy Kent. Along this left boards, left wing side, Branshaw back to Kent. Soper set up in front of the net. Back to Vance. Far side, Westcott. Down low, Soper in front, tried to get it to Kent, tipped away from him nicely. That one by Soreski. Played back at the point. Vance's shot off the leg of Soreski, who's feeling every bit of that. He'll stay out there. He tips the pass, comes back to Westcott. His shot deflected behind the net. Soper's pass taken away by Soreski, who's going to labor back to the bench, but nice shift by Parker Soreski.
Well, don't be fooled. I don't even know who that power play unit was, Jody, but I didn't see Williams out there, and that really surprised me.
Vance will bring it in. He'll dump it deep around the boards. Played far side. Westcott lets it go by him. It gets to Tosto, taken away by Birmingham's Olenek, and he'll clear it to center ice. 45 seconds of power play time remaining for Knoxville. Soper with the puck. Kyle, that is, the defensive partner, or the defensive Soper brother, gets it ahead to Tyler Williams. He lost possession of the puck. Soper is right there, puts it in. Sinclair pick it up for the Bulls. Wastes some time, clears it down the ice. 20 seconds to go of power play time for Knoxville. Soper with it. Far side, Tosto. Poked away from him nicely by the Bulls. Will take it right there and fire it back to the Knoxville blue line where Williams has it. We're down to 10 seconds to go. Maybe this would be it. Williams slides it around the far board. Sinclair is there, can't chip it out. Now he does, gets it past Soper, he's got a chance. McGregor Sinclair comes in all alone, takes a shot, save made by Green. Wow, Sinclair again. Wasn't a shorthanded opportunity, but it developed shorthandedly. All along, Green comes up big. Now McKinney puts the brakes on. Inside the Bulls blue line, Scahill pushes him out of the way. Bulls have possession of the puck. Pereira off the stick of Wood. Deflects in behind the Knoxville net. Played there by Cup. Through center ice, Birmingham now takes it. Youngworth slides it over for Gagnon, who's out of the box. Played by Green. With a wide open goal mouth, he passed it to the near faceoff circle. Knoxville's LaRue was there for Gaeta. He gets past Wood, but has to circle back in his own zone. Taking it there is Roach. Roach puts it in. That's going to be icing, as he was well shy of the red stripe, the center ice stripe. Faceoff will come back in the Knoxville zone. And Greg, as this game goes on, let me say this. The more this game is played without a third goal by Birmingham, the more confident Connor Green is getting, and he's starting to make some good saves.
Well, and that on the straight-out breakaways, Jody, so far he's 2-0 on those because he stopped Gronig in the first, and that was another one on Sinclair. So, like I said, in tight, he moves very well, and he's hard to score on. I don't want to see him in a shootout, so we need to win this in regulation.
Roach off the draw, behind the net. Birmingham intercepts in front. Just bounces over the stick. Bulls try and keep possession. Olenek plays it behind the net. In front, just past weight. Comes to LaRue, and he'll skate away. Not a very fast skater, so he'll just tip it into the Bulls zone. Osick is there. Gets to Gaeta. He's knocked off the play. Coughs the puck up. Danny Waite sends it far side for Gagnon. Taken away by Vance. Avoids the hit by Waite, but costs the puck up. Gagnon puts it right back in. Puck played out. Birmingham brings it right back in. Maybe a delayed offside. Knoxville takes it. That's Vance with it. Off the stick of Kent, back into the Bull zone, played by Gagnon. Fires it around far boards for Kennedy. Seems like I haven't called his name in a while.
Right.
Soretsky brings it in. He'll drop it back for Wood. Wood cuts through the slot. Lost possession. Back comes Timmy Kent the other way. Nice play by Sadowski. Pokes it away from him. Now Kennedy with possession. Gets it to Soretsky. Soretsky knocked off the play. Loose puck comes along the near boards. Down low for Kennedy. Tied up by big Robin Lilliquist. Sadowski sends one down off the stick of Soretsky, played back behind the net. Still loose there. Carson Vance takes a hit from Soretsky, gets it to C.J. Walker. He's tied up, slides it around the far boards. Jimmy Soper pokes it free to Kent, back to Soper. Soper checked on the play nicely by Sinclair. Birmingham had it, lost it. Soper knocked that pass away, but it comes right back to Sinclair. He'll send it around the far boards. Up through center ice. C.J. Walker brings it in. Tried to get it Sinclair, but knocked away by Knoxville. Now Cody Walker takes it. Slides it over. Taken away by Varava, and he just backhands one back into the Bull zone. Scahill with it. Into the near corner. For Varava, he takes it off the boards. 13-10 to go, second period. Bulls holding on to that 2-0 lead. Played by Branshaw, taken away by Britton. Nice pass up ahead for Soretsky. Couldn't get past Varava. Slides it for Gronick, near face-off circle. Down low for Britton, in front. Just missed. Knoxville takes the puck away and sends it back to center ice. Branshaw with it. For Kyle Soper. Far side, Kuzmich takes a shot high and wide. Played by the Bulls in the near corner. Tipped through center ice. Varava has it. For Tosto, who pops it into the Bull zone. Line change for Knoxville. Olenek couldn't get it out. Westcott has it taken away from him by Soretsky. Soretsky gets it over for Glover, that is. Glover had it poked away from him by Cup, and they'll send it right back out. Puck played back into the Knoxville zone. Back at the point, Bulls keep it in. Around the near side boards, it'll come out this time as Knoxville tried to set it up for McKinney. Gagnon gets back in a hurry. And again, Greg, that's a questionable play on icing, and we'll take it. But I'm not sure if McKinney didn't have a beat on that puck more so than Gagnon did.
Well, McKinney was ready for that, Jody. You can call that a set play because as soon as that D got the puck, McKinney was gone. He hit our blue line with a head of steam and just barely didn't edge that one out, I guess. I think that it was a lot closer than the Walker one that they let go. So, nonetheless,
I like the two-referee system, Greg, but I don't know. There's been, on both sides of the ice, Knoxville and Birmingham, a couple of icings that we thought would go the other way.
But that's not the referees, Jody.
No,
that's
it's linesman. Exactly right. 12:03 to go here in the second period. And again, these two-goal leads, here's the way I feel about it. You get a two-goal lead, you tend to say, okay, we don't have to hustle. We don't have to work as hard. We got a lead here. And that's when you give up a little chance or two here. If that results in a goal, all of a sudden the ice is tilted the other way, and you're trying to protect a one-goal lead that you can't.
Well,
that's why that third goal to me is so crucial at this point.
It's like right now, Jody, you got your hand over the hole on the fire hydrant, and you're just holding the pressure back.
Off the draw, McKinney has it. Back the other way, taken by Gaeta. He'll send it into the far corner. Gagnon catches up with it first. Westcott takes it away. Whips it around near side for Cup. Penalty coming up, and I believe this is going to be on McKinney, which would be an offensive zone penalty. Am I wrong?
Yep. No, you're correct. And he's going for
a cross check. It looks like McKinney's arguing on the play. He's not going to win the argument. McKinney escorted to the box. Birmingham on the power play for the second time. They're 1 for 1 on the power play.
I've seen worse, Jody. I mean, you know. And don't get me wrong. I play the homer card pretty good. But
yeah, we both do.
I wouldn't have called that penalty.
Yeah, two-goal hockey game with both teams winners of 7 of the last 10 and last 16 games of the season. That's why we say this is playoff type hockey.
You can be looking.
I'll take the call though
for a quick makeup call the other way.
Off the draw, Knoxville's Cup fires one down into the Knoxville bench. So we'll have, or actually hit someone on the Knoxville bench.
Yeah.
So we'll come back down in the Knoxville zone and do it again.
So I think that Soper is saying that it hit one of the Bulls' gloves as it came up before it hit the Knoxville player. But nonetheless, we'll keep it down here in Knoxville zone for the face-off.
Now Williams and Roach swap places opposite face-off circle. McGregor, Sinclair, and Soper on the draw.
Yeah, I was going to say, keep your eyes on Williams.
That's why he went to that side. That was a set play just to fire it to him. Youngworth picks the puck up behind his own net. Williams pressures him, so Youngworth slides it out, and back come the Bulls. On the power play, Danny Waite fires one right in on Green, and I'm telling you, he looks a little shaky on those kinds of just lofting, floating shots.
I know we talked about it a lot, Jody, but the Hardy Astrom. Remember Hardy Astrom from back in the, 70s with the Colorado Rockies? He could stop everything in close, but you throw a looper at him like that, and it's trouble because he couldn't see the puck coming.
Off the draw, controlled by the Bulls. Youngworth has it. Youngworth slides it far side. Played down low. Back for Glover. Near side, Youngworth. Wait. Down low, there's a wraparound by Glover. That one goes just wide, picked up by Youngworth. Nice pass by Waite for Walker. Gets past everyone. Sinclair will pick the puck up. There's a stick lying loose. Knoxville clears the zone. That was Jimmy Soper's stick. He'll pick it up. Skate back to the bench. We're down to 1:10 of power play time remaining for the Bulls. 10:58 to go, second period. C.J. Walker brings in all 4 penalty killers right in front of him. Puck sent far side. Sinclair has it. He's pressured on the play by Brenshaw. Sends it in deep. Lilliquist is there. We're not going to knock him off the puck, and Knoxville will clear.
A lot different feel to the second period, Joe. Only 2 shots apiece. so far for each team.
40 seconds of power play time remaining. Youngworth will step out and set it ahead. Kennedy brings the puck in Knoxville zone. In front, looking for Soreski, was there. He couldn't get the stick on the puck. Soreski has it. Near corner, back for Scahill. Sets it up far side for Kennedy. Down low, there's a chance for Olenek. It's knocked away from him, and Lilliquist just big and strong. That's the second time he's done that. He just muscles it down the ice.
Right, well, it helps that 6'9" stature, Jody, and that 10-foot stick. He covers a lot of ground back there defensively for Knoxville.
That'll do it for the power play as McKinney is about set back to come on the ice. Birmingham sends it in deep. McKinney steps on the ice. Knoxville has killed the penalty and are back at full strength. Kyle Soper behind his own net. Gronick waits for him. Knocks the puck away. Nice play by Kyron. Sent back along the near boards. Played by Soper ahead to center ice. Still loose. Britton sends it back for Sadowski, and Birmingham off the stick of Britton comes into the Knoxville zone. Behind the goal line, played far side. Centers a pass for Sadowski, takes the shot.
Oh,
that one beat
shot.
Green, but goes wide. In front, Cody Walker back for Sadowski through the slot, takes the shot again wide. Rebound is loose, played by Britton, right in on Green, and he'll cover it up. A nice buzzing line there for Birmingham, but all three shots, well, two of them went wide, and that one just trickled in on Green.
Well, and that whole thing started off, Jody, on that good forecheck by Britton and finishing with the defender in the corner, knocking that puck out, created those opportunities for the Bulls as they moved it from the corner back up high for some good shots and rebounds in front of Green. But once again, there he is standing there.
Yep.
It just kind of feels vanilla right now. You know what I mean? It's like,
let me ask you about that. Birmingham, I honestly believe, take away Kent, take away Tyler Williams. Birmingham, I believe, can outskate this team.
oh yeah.
Front and back, up and down the ice. I mean, you got a 2-goal lead. Is that part of the mentality behind this? You got a 2-goal lead, don't take chances?
I don't know. I mean, to me, Birmingham's played okay, but they capitalized on two bad mistakes by Knoxville.
Right.
And outside of that, it's not like Birmingham's carrying the 2-goal game. You know what I mean?
Yep. We're out shooting Knoxville 16-10, but you're right. This 16-10 halfway through the game, that's not a lot of shots for either team.
Considering Birmingham had 13 in the first.
Soretsky loses the draw, played now, taken away by Kennedy. He'll play it back at the point. Sadowski keeps it alive in front. Traffic was there, but Gronick couldn't tip it in. Picked up by Kuzmich. He gets it ahead. Roach sends it to center ice. Played by Williams. Williams can't get past four defenders. Birmingham sends it right back out. Kennedy tips it. Tried to set Soretsky up. Couldn't do it. Knoxville has it. Roach with the puck. Osick knocked out the play by Soretsky. Soretsky has had a very good game. Taken away by Williams. Look out. Poked away from him nicely. Birmingham will just clear it to center ice. It gets to Glover. Look out. Roach back for him. Glover can't get the shot off. Nice play by Billy Roach to knock that puck away from Drake Glover. Now look out. Other side. Timmy Kent with it. Drops it back for Osick. For Williams. Cuts behind the Bulls' net. Osick parked out in front. Williams still holds on to the puck. Slides it deep. Olenek intercepts that pass for Lilliquist, and he'll skate through center ice. Waite lost his stick. Puck comes in deep. Played by the Bulls. Lilliquist rides him into the boards. Loose puck picked up by Carson Vance. Waite intercepts. He'll send it to the near corner. Olenek puts it in deep. Still loose. Picked up now by Carson Vance. C.J. Walker on him. Carson just looks to clear and does through center ice. He gets to Kent. Look out. Tyler Williams has it. Two Bulls back. Williams slides it near side for Tosto. Tosto in front. Blocker save made by Hayden Stewart. Timmy Kent with the rebound. He'll go far boards. Kent holds on. Turns and fires wide and high. Played near side by Branshaw. Olenek on him. Tosto back at the point for Kyle Soper. Kuzmich will backhand one behind the net. Loose there. Still loose at the side of the net. Played by Birmingham around the boards. Bulls can't clear. This is when we usually get into trouble, Greg. Youngworth with it. He'll slide it far side for C.J. Walker. Still in the Bulls zone. Finally cleared through center ice. Colton Olenek had it, just barely tipped it in, though. He's at the end of his shift. Barava had it knocked away by Walker. Walker with the puck, tried to get it in front, off the leg of Kyle Soper, who is at the end of his shift. These guys are winded for both sides, it seems like. Barava having all kinds of trouble with the puck. He'll finally get it in, taken right back out by the Bulls. Branshaw for Kuzmich, and they'll say Kuzmich, Westcott that is, was in ahead of the play. Offside is called on Knoxville with 6:34 to go here in the second period of play.
Yeah, and in that, Jody, you got Walker coming across the blue line. You know what I mean? Don't force a pass. That's what Don Cherry always said. If you're going to make a pass, make a clear pass to a clear stick that's open. Trying to force that in, better off just to throw it in on net low.
Off the draw, fought for in front of the Knoxville bench. Matt Wood skates away. He gets past Cup. Cup catches up with him, so puts the brakes on. Slides it across the boards. Scahill with it. Takes a shot loose in front. Save was made. Still loose. Steered aside by Green, and Knoxville taking no chances. Just roost this one. Face-off will come in their zone. A nice scoring opportunity there by the Bulls just by throwing the puck on the net.
Oh, yeah, and that one hit Cup right in the chest, Jody, and knocked her down. I guarantee you the Birmingham forwards, that's always one thing. If you want to have net front traffic, you can't be shooting them eyes high from the point.
You got to go low.
Yep.
6:12 to go, face-off in the Knoxville zone. Kennedy for the Bulls, Westcott for Knoxville. Westcott has it. Tries to clear, kicked, but not kept in by the Bulls. Sent back into the Birmingham zone. Pereira will go in after it. He'll slide it for Scahill, near side for Soretsky. Gets past him all the way down to the Knoxville into the ice. So we'll have an icing called on the Birmingham Bulls.
Just over 5 minutes, 5:54 to go in the second period, Jody, and kind of uneventful.
Well, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know.
It's uneventful on both ends of the ice is what I'm trying to say, and that's okay. I know that Knoxville's strategy is no more giveaways.
Right.
So they've kind of calmed down what they're doing in their own end of the ice. Birmingham's taking no chances. I don't know where this game goes, but right now, Birmingham takes it away. Soretsky, 2-on-1. Soretsky comes in front, looking for a deflection, still loose. Shot never made it through to Green. 2-on-1 wasted opportunity there by the Bulls. Loose puck in the Knoxville zone, picked up by Cup. He'll shovel it ahead for Gaeta, ahead for McKinney. McKinney for Gaeta. Behind that Bulls goal line. Chips it around the boards. McKinney knocked down by Pereira, but holds on to the puck. He tried to pin it. Gaeta knocks it free. Chronic there as well, trying to fight for the puck. Squirts free, Bulls have it. They'll bank one off the near side boards back to center ice. Carson Vance circles. Look out, Carson tries to split the defenseman. He does, but lost possession of the puck. Into the near corner, hit by Tracy. McKinney with it now. He's hit by Tracy.
Wow.
Penalty coming up. They're going to say high stick or cross check. Take your choice on Colin Tracy as McKinney went down. I can't argue with that, Greg.
No, high stick. And one of those ones where McKinney was coming at him, Jody, but you can't raise your stick in defense. You know what I mean?
That's kind of like a reaction, is it not?
It is.
You know, you're kind of bracing for it. Don't hit me. Here, take this instead.
Yep.
And Tracy goes to the box. This will be Knoxville's second power play of the night. They're 0 for 1 thus far. As I said, their first power play, Knoxville not very good on the power play so far, but those could be famous last words. They've only scored 16 power play goals in 130 attempts. That's 12% success rate.
Yeah, but the way this game is going, Jody, and there's nothing wrong with having a vanilla period that's just kind of, you know, not a whole lot of momentum either way. Both teams just kind of feeling each other out or whatever.
But that should have been done in the first period, Greg.
I understand that, but the problem with that carrying it deeper into the game is that when somebody breaks the vanilla, it's going to go one way very high for one of these teams. You know what I mean?
Follow
it's
what
like
you're saying. Yep.
the next goal that comes out, it's like it's not going to be the last goal of the game because I think it's going to be followed up by 2 or 3 either way.
All right, face off. Birmingham's penalty killers on the ice. Sinclair and Soper on the draw. Soper controls. Vance faked the slap shot. Tried to get it to Kenny. Does. Played far side. Westcott has it. Top of that face-off circle. He takes a shot off of Soper in front, who's feeling that one. Slowly skating away. Soper's had a rough night. He'll take the puck behind the Bulls' net. Centers one for Branshaw. Tipped away from him by Youngworth. Puck played far side. Westcott sends it in deep for Kent. Near side, Branshaw up the boards for Kuzmich. Birmingham Sinclair has it. Slowly through center ice.
Yep.
He'll just fire it in deep. Instead of taking it for an offensive rush, smart play by McGregor Sinclair. Takes a few more seconds off that power play. Kuzmich with the puck. Sets it up near side for Kent. Kent along the boards. Shovels one behind the net. Birmingham can't clear. Kept alive far side. Played behind the net for Westcott. Birmingham intercepts and sends it into their own bench. 3:57 to go, second period. 1:04 left in the penalty to Colin Tracy and the power play for the Knoxville Ice Bears.
And Jody, I wish they would leave that Kent power play line out there for the next minute too, because it makes me feel pretty good when they're on the ice.
I don't want any power plays on the ice for Knoxville.
Now here comes the flip side of that, right, where they've got Williams lined up on the point. Keep your eye on this guy.
Okay, face off this time between Tosto and Danny Waite in the Bull zone. A little premature movement along the boards here by Gagnon and McKinney. They'll whistle it and try it again. Puck is dropped, tied up between the two centermen. Kuzmich comes up with a puck. Tried to get it to Soper. Tipped away by the Bulls, but a nice play. Kuzmich keeps it alive for McKinney. His deflection never made it through. Behind the net, Tosto for Kuzmich, still loose. Bottom of the face-off circle, McKinney back at the point. Soper. Near side, McKinney. Centers a pass for Tosto. This shot goes wide. Williams picks the rebound up. 35 seconds remaining in the power play. Tosto gets it back to the blue line, and just like that, he clears it himself.
Soper just asleep a little bit there on the blue line. Wasn't expecting that dump pass back to him.
Kyle Soper will bring it in. His pass tipped away, but kept alive by Knoxville. Soper gets it past Soretsky for Tyler Williams. He gives it up for McKinney. Back at the point for Soper, return to McKinney. Dances around, one-man glove save. He just snatched that one out of the air. Hayden Stewart is on the mark, Greg.
Wow, that was a rocket there, launched by McKinney, Jody, and I'm telling you, Hayden Stewart in his last 4.5 periods.
Don't say it, but you're right.
Doing exceptional.
Unbelievable outing Monday and tonight by Hayden Stewart. I believe in jinxes.
Yeah.
Not that we can do anything about it, but I don't want to go there.
All I'm saying is the last 4 periods and a half have been his best of the year.
No doubt. Off the draw. Loose, picked up by Osick. Centers a pass. Birmingham there, and easily clears the center ice. Tracy is back on the ice, and Birmingham has killed the penalty and are back at full and even strength. Sadowski whips one around the boards. Gets past Osick. Right to Youngworth. Ahead for Gronick. He tips it in. Back for Youngworth. Plays it around the boards. Intercepted by Cup. Gronick on him. Cup slides it up for Kent. And now comes Billy Roach through center ice. Sinclair cut him off. Loose puck now in the Bull zone. Picked up by Birmingham. Long pass ahead, connects to Sinclair. Kent back defensively. Sinclair drops it. Pereira cuts behind the net. Holds on to the puck. Slides it for Scahill. A shot deflected in front. Save made. Rebound there. That one goes right in as C.J. Walker was there. Green again, Greg, coming up with a save. And, you know, these are shots that easily can go in, but, well, to his credit, they're not.
The first save was a good save, you know, through traffic, down low, but waist high. Good job by Green to block that one. Came off the boards, but the second save with no rebound, I think that's one of his better saves of the night, aside from his straight-out breakaway saves.
Had 2 breakaway saves tonight. He hasn't looked like he's going to give up anything since that giveaway by Soper that resulted in a goal. Off the draw, Scahill has it. We're down to 2 minutes to go here in this second period of play. Behind the net, Walker shovels one in front, knocked aside. Bulls still have it. Far boards played back for Cody Walker. He lost it to McKinney, who takes the puck away and slides it to center ice, connecting with Gaeta. Gaeta can't get past Pereira, and they're going to call that a penalty on Bartuccio Pereira, and I disagree with that one wholeheartedly. They're going to call a trip.
Wow.
But I don't believe that was even close to being a trip, Greg.
Well, maybe not, but it's one of those things, Jody, where a couple of those calls Knoxville's way, I kind of felt the same way about it. So, I mean, I get it.
Yeah, but, Greg, that was more of a body check than it was a trip.
I understand that, but you're still going to get it.
This will be the Knoxville's third power play of the night. They're 0 for 2, a minute 39 to go in the second. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just had to question that one.
Yeah, 4 shots on goal, though, by Knoxville in this period, with 2 power plays this period so far.
Yep. Off the draw, beneath the center's feet, kick back to Carson Vance. Kent, cross-ice pass for Westcott. For Branshaw, back to Vance. Now Kent. Westcott takes a shot. Save made off the stick. A Stewart comes to Kent. Bottom of that face-off circle. Kent with the puck. Knocked away from him. That pass, a nice one by Birmingham. Can't clear, though. Vance keeps it alive. Gets it past Olenek. Far side, Westcott. Off the stick of Soper. Loose behind the Bulls' net. Westcott goes in after it. Gets it back to Kent. Vance keeps it alive, pitching in. Vance walks in, takes a shot, save made, bobbled by Stewart, and with traffic right in front, he holds on to it after he found the puck. 58.2 seconds remaining in the second. Birmingham holding on 2-0.
And Jody, it's plays like that where Kent had the puck down there. He's playing that bottom corner on the power play, and to try and just make a 4-foot pass to another player that gets knocked down by a stick, you know what I mean? Keep him out there.
Posto on the draw, opposite Sinclair. Loose at their skates, picked up by Birmingham. Now Glover just easily sends one around the boards all the way down the ice. Slowly going back to get it is Kyle Soper. He'll skate away. He'll slide it over. McKinney brings it into the Bull zone. Dawson McKinney tied up by Glover. Soper, Kyle that is, keeps it alive. Near side for Tyler Williams. 30 seconds in the period. McKinney spins away from Sinclair. Soper with it, back to McKinney. Far side, Williams. He'll drop it for Soper. His shot well wide of the net. McKinney can't keep it in, and it comes down the ice. They do a good job possessing the puck, Greg, but that's about it. 10 seconds to go. Williams will try one more time. Poked away from him. McKinney can't keep it in. Back out. And 2 seconds, one. That'll do it for the second period of play. And if you ask me, Knoxville's got some work to do on that power play positioning and at least some set plays, Greg. They don't look like they've ever been on the power play before.
Well, that's one of those things. Like, even that last shot by Soper, Jody, like,
it wasn't even close.
Well, that's what I mean. But the thing about it, it's not like there was a guy charging at him and making him hurry up the shot or whatever. It's like he got possession of the puck, squared off, and literally just shot 3 feet wide. So, hey, from the Bulls, I'm loving that. But that is the tail of the tape right now for Knoxville, just not bearing down. I think that's the, that's where they are tonight, because second period, they had 8 shots in the first. At the end of the second period, they've got 13. So they went that entire period on probably about 7 minutes of power play. Did they get 3 or was it just,
three power plays?
Right. 21 seconds left. So almost a full 6 minutes on the power play, and they have 5 shots on goal.
21 seconds of power play time will remain as we start the third period for Knoxville, unless something else is called. As in my mind, a questionable call on Bartuccio Pereira, but whatever. He'll serve the rest of his time as the third period begins. This next goal, Greg,
huge,
is beyond huge to me. I mean, maybe there's not another goal scored this game. I had the feeling there will be, but my goodness.
I hope not. I would take it. If they just want to play vanilla all the way through, hey, I will take that 100% and walk out of here with a 2-0 win in regulation.
Well, let me ask you this about Knoxville. Let's dissect these guys a little bit. They come into Birmingham on a 5-game win streak, winners of 7 of their last 8. They won 4 in a row against Pensacola the third-place team in the league. They were second before those 4 losses to Knoxville. Now, that said, Knoxville also put 7 goals on the board against Pensacola just 2 games ago. Yet tonight, they don't look like they could beat a men's league team offensively.
Well,
except for puck possession.
So let me ask you this: did they come in last night, or are they getting fresh off the bus?
They came right off the bus today at 4:30.
Okay, so we saw that with Macon too,
sure
right?
Did. Yep.
And I guarantee that's why I'm saying, just keep the lull going. You know what I mean? I don't want Britain going out there and, doing something crazy or grabbing a hold of anybody, getting the emotions of Knoxville going. Just keep this flatness riding right through because that's all it is. You know what I mean? They're just flat. They've had a lot of success lately, but hey, a lot of times, Jody, when you come in and you're playing somebody who's beneath you in the standings and you've been on a hot streak, you know what? Thanks to Mr. Green in the net, Knoxville could be a lot worse for wears than just being down 2 going into the third. So I guarantee you they're going to take that as a positive and be like, boys, we're 40 minutes of hockey. We haven't even shown up yet.
Someone asked me last week during the Monday afternoon game with Huntsville how hard it is to find goaltenders to play in the Southern Professional Hockey League, the SPHL. And my answer was every goalie in the SPHL has Division I experience. It can't be that difficult to find goalies. And if you look in Knoxville, bringing in 2 from the Federal League that have played very good. Connor Green gave up a couple because of giveaways tonight.
Right.
Otherwise, we're at a deadlock 0-0 game. I mean, is it that easy to find goalies nowadays?
I think that you have to vet them out and you have to see, because the thing about goaltending, Jody, it doesn't really matter what league you play in. When you hit this kind of age where, you're 23 to 27 years old, it's like if you've made it and you've made any kind of level of high college or minor pro or something like that, you can stop a puck. The difference between the guys who go higher and the guys that don't, it basically boils down to consistency. Who can do it when the team's not having a good night? You know what I mean? And that's where, for me, Green, he was on the how would he rebound after letting in those first 2? But the kid battled back. He made some great saves.
They didn't let it affect him at all.
Right, that's what I mean. That's what you're looking for in a goaltender. And, a guy like Ed Belfour comes to mind.
Let me ask you about that. You just said the difference between guys who make it to a higher level and here is consistency.
Yep.
Are you going to tell me that Patrick Waugh, Eddie Belfour, Grant Fuhr, Dominic Hasek, and so on didn't have a special God-given ability that separated them from others that just produce consistency?
I'm not saying that, because there is, like Dominic Hasek, there's that X factor, right? And what the X factor is, it's the same thing that you see in a lot of players. But you know what? Dominic Hasek, and I saw him when I was in Buffalo in camp, and he did it in camp. LaFontaine came across the red line and ripped one eyes high at Hasek. You know what he did? He headbutted it down to the ice like he was Pele, the soccer player. And you know what I mean? But he just had a way about him that it was unorthodox, but everybody has the same fundamentals, and that's my point, right? As a goaltender, everybody knows how to stop a puck at this level, but Hasek had something about him, Jody, that he would find ways to stop pucks when there was no way he should have ever made that save. He'll make a save over here and then find a way to do a backflip, dive across, and knock it down with his blocker. But whether that's athleticism or just the sheer will of wanting to stop the puck and not caring if you let in a goal and just continuing to play with that tenaciousness, that's the difference I'm talking about. So far, hey, Green has that. He's played 3 games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can he do that and keep this going for 15 games? Because if he can, hey, the kid belongs in this league, and then we'll see where he goes from here. But you got to have that consistency night in, night out. You got to be a workhorse. And to me, That's what makes those guys great. The Grant Fuhrs, the Martin Brodeurs,
Okay, let me ask this. The one thing that always impressed me about any goaltender was being able to take a 120-mile-an-hour slap shot and snatch it out of the air.
Yep.
Finding the puck, seeing it, watching it hit your mitt. I remember when I was playing baseball, I was third base. I used to practice every day taking a bag full of golf balls and throwing it as hard as I could up against a brick wall and finding it and catching it.
Yep.
And catching it and catching. Then when that baseball was hit down the hot box third base side, it looked like a beach ball coming at me.
That's right.
I mean, I respect so much goaltender being able to find that puck coming at him like that. I don't know. Did you ever have any of those drills? I saw Stephen Mundinger back here last year throwing a lacrosse ball against the wall 3 foot in front of him.
That's funny that you say that, because in baseball, Jody, I played third base and back catcher as well, and I did the same thing that you did with golf balls. I used lacrosse balls, and I did it outside, and you're doing it on dirt, and you never know where that thing's going to go. Right,
exactly.
And
you just got to find it and catch it.
That's the key to it. And the other piece is when I played, what I did is I had racket balls. The blue racket
ball, yeah.
And that's what I used, and I would sit there, and the trainer would throw the racket ball over my shoulder, and that's what I would do. It's one thing just to throw it yourself, but it's like I had both hands up, and they would mix it up and throw it wherever. So all about reactions.
Yeah.
Reflexes kicks into it as well, but like I said, if you can stop that 100-mile-an-hour shot and catch it in your glove, Jody, then all the rest of it is mental.
Your favorite goaltender of all time? Who?
Kelly Lindbergh.
Yeah, you told me that long ago. My favorite is Eddie Belfour, just because he almost took the Leafs to the Stanley Cup, almost. But
Well,
I will say this. I don't think I've ever watched a goaltender like Martin Brodeur in my life. I don't know we'll ever have another Marty Brodeur, but goaltending is special. You guys are crazy. You're out there taking those shots like that. You have to be, I guess. But some odd habits from goalies.
Here's a funny story for you, Jody. So when I was in Sudbury, I was 19 years old, playing junior hockey. This is after I went to Buffalo, and I got a call from Pat Morris, my agent, and he said to me, "Hey, I've got good news for you, but nothing to get too stirred up about. But you're named number 3 for the World Junior."
Oh man!
For the World Junior team, and I was like, 3? I said, okay. I said, who's 1 and 2? He said, oh, two French guys from the Quebec League. And I said, well, who are they? He said, I don't know, a kid named Brodeur and Potvin. And I was like, who are they? And yeah.
Felix Potvin.
Oh, yeah.
Marty Brodeur.
And I'm like, yeah, good one.
Oh, boy. Stories. You should write a book one day about some of these, just little excerpts, if nothing else.
Needless to say, I wasn't very versed in what was going on around me in
but
junior
you quickly
hockey.
found out who Felix Potvin and Marty Brodeur were.
100%.
All right, by the way, we're about to take a break, and we'll come back real soon for our start of the third. We haven't talked about it tonight, but Kip Ledzianko out of the lineup.
Yep.
Kip took an injury early in that game Monday against Huntsville, and you and I talked about it. We hadn't seen him on the ice. He did try to take that exploratory shift in the third, and it just lasted 15, 20 seconds, and that was it. Kip's out of the lineup. That's a big, big hole offensively and forechecking-wise for the Bulls.
It is, and that Ledzianko energy, whether you're talking about both of them or even one of them, you know what I mean? It's just missing tonight. But with Kennedy coming back, it gives you a suitable replacement,
we're fortunate he did come back tonight. And that may be why Kip's given a night off. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. But anyway, we'll take a break, come back in about 5 minutes for the third period of the game. Greg Drevany and Jody Chernesky, and this is Birmingham Bulls hockey.
welcome back to Flow Sports. And around the league in the SPHL, Fayetteville bounces back after losing last night to Roanoke 6-3. Fayetteville comes back at home to beat Pensacola. Well, 30 seconds left in the third period. Fayetteville leading 5-2. So it looks like Fayetteville will pull that one out, and that will bring their games played to 41, push them up to 39 points in the standings, but still deadlocked, 1 point behind Macon at 40. So they will remain.
That's a big win for Fayetteville.
At least for today, they will still be in 10th spot, but it's getting even tighter.
Yep.
Roanoke continuing to pound Quad City 8-0.
Wow, that's amazing.
At the end of 3 here in Birmingham. Birmingham 2, Knoxville 0. 20 minutes left to play here. And Macon, you called this one, Jody, with Macon's play as of late. They come in, Huntsville at home, who's been struggling as of late. Well, they actually were doing pretty well before they came to Birmingham on Monday. Lost to the Bulls, and now they are trailing Macon 1-0.
If Huntsville loses tonight, that's 4 in a row they've lost.
Right.
And you can't tell me with a team that's that loaded that should happen.
100%.
They got an ECHL lineup on that team.
Yep. And Evansville and Peoria, they're tied at 1. And we're ready for action here to start off the second period.
Third period.
Third period. Shots on goal, 18 for the Bulls, 13 for the Ice Bears, and we're ready to go.
We are on. The Bulls still have 21 seconds to kill on this penalty kill. As we're back to action on the draw, Cup chips it back into his own zone, and again, almost a giveaway. Is skating hard after the puck was Waite. Kent comes away, gives it to Cup. Down to 10 seconds of power play time remaining. Tipped away by the Bulls in that passing lane. Again, Danny Waite doing a good job.
Yep.
And that's going to do it. Power play is over with. Birmingham's back at full and even strength as Pereira is back on the ice. Puck sent into the Bull zone. Picked up by Pereira. Gave the puck away. Look out. There's a shot by Soper. Save made. Rebound far boards. That was a bad pass by Pereira right through the middle of the ice, Greg, in his own defensive zone.
Right, and those kind of turnovers are what changes the game, Jody.
Now Vance had it knocked away from him. Back to pick it up is Lilliquist. Cuts behind his own net. Not the fleetest of foot on the skates, but he can use his size to his advantage, and he does. Shovels it out to Timmy Kent, who puts it into the Bull zone. Gagnon behind Hayden Stewart. He'll slide it far boards, played by Birmingham. Sinclair cruising through center ice, takes the pass. Slides one over for Walker. Out of his reach, Gaeta tries to get it back to the blue line, and he does. Carson Vance takes it for the Ice Bears. Flips one high into the corner. Loose there, played past Wood. Kyle Soper slides it over far side for Kuzmich. He slid one through the crease. Birmingham fortunate not to get a penalty there. Cody Walker slides a nice pass over to Matt Wood, brings it in. Matt Wood cuts behind the net. Nowhere to go, played nicely by Kyle Soper. Took that shot away and a pass. Now in the corner, played by the Bulls. Soretsky cuts behind the net. Down on the play is Wood. Picked up far side by Kennedy. He's tied up on the play. Squirts free right through the slot. Knoxville clears it near boards where McKinney has it. Gagnon knocked it away from him. Loose puck in the Bull zone though. Bulls clear. Branshaw with it. He'll tip it back to Cup. McKinney gets his stick up on Sadowski. Yep. No call. That's easily a high stick. Knoxville skates away. Westcott with it. Gets past Sadowski, cuts in front, right through the crease. Tried to draw a penalty going down. He looks back at the referee. You just fell down, son. Roach with the puck now in his own zone. Slides it over for Cup. Tipped in by Knoxville. They're starting to look a little differently, Knoxville is, at least in the Birmingham zone.
Well, you definitely see a little bit more pep in their step here, Jody.
Exactly.
And I guess takes a couple of periods to get those bus legs out some nights. So I hope that the Bulls recognize this and they're ready to meet the momentum as Knoxville turns it up.
Well, they're not going to slow down for sure. They're 2 goals down. They're going to turn it up.
Well, 2-goal lead, worst lead in hockey.
Tosto on the draw for Knoxville in the Bulls zone. Sent to the far boards, played back. Roach takes a slap shot, score. Through traffic in front, Roach just turned, Greg, and fired the puck. And I believe that changed directions. It definitely went up on the ice level, up a little bit on Stewart, and that changes everything. 2-1 Bulls still lead. 2:46 the time of the goal. We'll catch who got credit for it. Maybe Billy Roach. Yeah. But either way, here we go, Greg.
Roach went through the line first on the bench, so assuming that it went straight through. But yeah, that one was a weird one. But hey, good low hard shot. And just like that, Jerry, they didn't have to work for that. They just ripped it on net.
Off the draw, Roach has it, gives it to Cup. We'll see what this does for the step in Knoxville. It already came out pushing things offensively. Now the puck is tied up, got it into the Bulls zone. Centers a pass, intercepted by the Bulls. Back comes Glover, left wing side. Glover's pass broken up by Roach, and it comes right in on Green, who just covers it up. Face off in the Knoxville zone. Time of the goal, 2:46. Billy Roach is 4th of the year. They do give Roach credit for the goal unless they change it. Assists on the play go to Osick, playing in his first game back off the IR, and Blake Tosto.
And it's a lot harder to break.
Tosto.
A lot harder to break the lull, Jody, when you're the team with the 2-goal lead. Now 1-goal lead.
That's why I hate 2-goal leads.
Right.
Now it's a brand new hockey game. In my mind, we're tied up because the next goal.
100%.
Can he wait on the draw for Birmingham? Jimmy Soper for Knoxville. Wade gets it back to Glover. He'll return it for Wade. It gets past him. Now Lilliquist comes in. Again, using that body, shields off the puck. Birmingham takes it away. Gagnon with it. Slides it through. Save made by Green. Comes far or near side boards for Kent. He lost possession of the puck. Glover for Olenek. Soper knocks him off the play. Still loose. Played along the far boards. Gagnon keeps it alive for Birmingham. For Olenek. Tried to get it back to Waite. Knocked away from him by Soper. Tied up underneath of Lilliquist. He gets to Soper, and Knoxville will pass it up through center ice. Tyler Williams skating away. Gets it up for Vance. Has Kent with him. Vance cuts through the slot. Slides one over. Soper a shot. That one goes wide. All the way back into the Knoxville zone. Lilliquist will have to go get it. C.J. Walker out on the ice now with Sinclair and Cody Walker. Defensively, Colin Tracy and Kevin Sadowski, who has the puck. Pass ahead off the stick of Cody Walker. Back into the Knoxville zone, played by Soper. Sinclair kept it alive. McGregor Sinclair can't get past Kyle Soper. Loose behind that goal line, played by Dawson McKinney. He gets it ahead for Gaeta. For McKinney. Gaeta with him. McKinney's shot blocked by Sadowski. Played along the far boards for C.J. Walker. He had it poked away from him by Varava. Behind the net, Tracy will send it around near boards and out through center ice. Glover taps it in. Kept alive by C.J. Walker. 3 Knoxville players on C.J. They take the puck away and flip it to center ice. McKinney backhands a pass over for Varava. He'll play a bouncer in behind the goal. It's played. And we'll have a whistle. The referee's arm is in the air. Player is down on the ice. That's Dawson McKinney.
Interference.
So a penalty is coming up as the trainer for Knoxville comes out on the ice. Birmingham will go right back on the penalty kill as C.J. Walker goes off the ice. I'm not quite sure what the call is, but McKinney's still down.
And I didn't even see that when I was following the play back there. But back to that extra official, Jody.
Yep.
That he was right in line, made the call. He saw it happen right in front of him.
McKinney looks like he's okay. He's back to the bench. This will be Knoxville's 4th power play of the game. 2 for interference, you call it. He'll go to the box. 4th power play of the game. They're 0 for 3 thus far. I would say this is a huge penalty kill for the Birmingham Bulls, to say the least.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have to rebound, and you have to answer.
Did you see what Branshaw just did?
No.
Stewart was over at the Bulls bench, skated back to his net. Branshaw skated the whole way right beside him talking to him.
Really?
Yeah. See the kind of gamesmanship we have going on out here. 15:04 to go, third period. Birmingham 2, Knoxville 1. Puck is dropped. Carson Vance, slap shot. Wide of the net. Comes near side, played by Westcott. Westcott for Branshaw, back to Jared Westcott. Olenek knocks that pass down, knocked down by Birmingham, and they'll clear it down the ice. Right in on Green. He'll leave it for Vance. Gagnon, Glover, Youngworth. Soretsky out for Birmingham as Westcott brings it in. Tied up by Soretsky. He'll send it to the far boards. Branshaw tied up. Loose puck picked up by Timmy Kent. Soretsky on him.
Another bad play.
Soretsky intercepts that pass, or it actually deflects the pass, and Birmingham clears it down the ice. Vance will drop it back for Kent, and he'll skate through center ice. Brings it in, and he'll drop it for Tosto. Far side, Jimmy Soper. Leaves it off for Kent, return to Soper behind the Bulls net. Sends one out for Tosto. For Soper. Pass cross ice, Tosto has it. Takes the shot, knocked down in front. Bulls clear, far corner, down the ice.
Good job by Gagnon to track that one in, Jody. After the bounce off, picked it up, rips it down. 40 seconds to go here on the power play.
Knoxville brings it in, taken away by Birmingham's Olenek. He just smacks it back down the ice. 30 seconds of power play time remaining for Knoxville. Soper, Kyle, that is, with the puck ahead to McKinney. Into the Bull zone, top of the faceoff. Circle save made by Stewart on a tough shot by Dawson McKinney, and the rebound cleared by the Bulls. Sinclair now out with Sadovsky, Tracy, and Kennedy. 10 seconds of power play time remaining. Kyle Soper whips one around the boards in the Bull zone. Sadovsky is there. Tied up, sent around near side. Tracy will catch up with it first. Birmingham has killed the penalty once again and are back at full strength. Tyler Williams, nice pass ahead to McKinney. Takes a shot, blocker save, rebound whiffed on by Kyle Soper. Right as the penalty expired, excellent scoring chance for Knoxville. Birmingham can't get the puck out. There's another blocker save, this one off the stick of Cup. Birmingham, relieving the pressure, just lifts it to center ice. Kyle Soper will bring it right back in. That goal has really affected Knoxville, except on the power play.
Well, they're more effective 5-on-5, Jody. Look at them.
They look like they're all over the place, 5-on-5. On the power play, they look like they're penalty killing. Puck played far boards, Osick has it.
Yeah, it's bad.
In front, Tracy just knocks it away to the boards. Come on, guys. Back in front, that's Gaeta, turn, spin, stick, save! Rebound goes on top of the net. That one almost, Greg, popped in the air and underneath the crossbar. Luckily, right on top of the net. So a face-off with 12:07 to go here in the third. And I'm telling you, Knoxville 5-on-5 looks tough to handle for Birmingham.
Definitely. You can see right now, Jody, especially after that power play, coming back, the ice is tilted in the Bulls' direction. The Bulls struggling to get out. I don't know. I'd like to see a little more intensity, 5-on-5 down low for the Bulls and being down there. But Hayden Stewart holding them in right now. 12 more minutes to go. 18-19. So
Birmingham hasn't had a shot on goal this period.
No, they have not. 6 for the Ice Bears, which still isn't real good considering they just got off the power play.
It's time to turn some offensive pressure on.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best defense is a good offense.
Well, that's...
Sometimes.
You can't... It feels like we've been holding on
for 2 periods.
2 periods.
That's why I asked you back in the first, are we already easing up when it was 2-0 instead of just... Now there's a shot right off the bat for Roach. Rebound loose in front. Soper had it. Steered aside. Tyler Williams with the puck now. Gets it back to Cup. He takes the shot, deflected wide of Stewart. Rebound picked up by Wood. Deflected by Kennedy into the Knoxville zone. Goes in after it. It'll be played at the blue line by Soretsky. Back behind the Knoxville net. Cup gives it up for Jimmy Soper. His pass intercepted. Centering pass in front. Hopping puck. Kennedy had a whack at it, but snatching it out of the air was Connor Green. 11:36 to go. Third. 2-1 Bulls.
And you can see Green, Jody, he's probably been down there having a coffee and grabbing a hot dog in between for as long as it's been since we've had a shot on goal. So good for the Bulls to get down there, but you can see all of our offense.
Not the same as it was.
All of our offense, Jody, is generated from breaking up Knoxville coming out of their zone. You know what I mean? We're not getting anything across the neutral zone, sending it deep, going and setting up, controlling the puck down low. So we'll see what happens here.
Off the draw, played by the Ice Bears. Vance with it, behind his own net. Vance still with the puck. Sends it around the far boards through center ice for Branshaw. Knocked away from him. Birmingham slides it right back in. Glover. Played behind the net by Lilliquist. Lilliquist has it knocked away from him, but regains possession. Gives it up for Tosto. Through center ice, Blake brings it in. Youngworth almost had it. They get it back to Lilliquist. He's tied up by Glover, of all people. Must be a foot taller than Drake. Lilliquist, Birmingham fires it back behind the net, played by Green. Kids just gotten more and more confident as the night's gone on.
Right.
Sent around the far boards, Gronick keeps it alive for the Bulls. Behind the net for Waite. Tied up by Lilliquist. Comes free for C.J. Walker. Nowhere to go. He'll circle out to that far face-off circle. Holds on to the puck near side. Gagnon sends one in front. Save made. Rebound was loose, but picked up by Gaeta, and he'll circle back away from pressure. Gives it up for Tosto. Backhands one into the far corner. Youngworth tied up by McKinney. Takes the puck away. He lost it, and it's back to center ice. Garava sets it up for Westcott. Taken away by Gagnon, right in front of his own net. Gives it up near side. Here comes Wood. Gronick being tied up by Westcott. No call. Wood comes in there. Right in front of the referee, goes down. Now we got a Knoxville player. Westcott grabbing and clutching that right knee. He may have had a knee-on-knee contact with someone. He gets up. No stick. Birmingham with the puck. Gagnon with it. Referee may have missed two calls right then. Slides one out in front. Westcott can't get back to his skates, Greg. Birmingham still with pressure. Now he finally gets up. Barely skate. Played by Soper. Back to center ice. Soreski has it. High stick is going to be called. Now listen, Matt Wood was hauled down by his neck.
Yep.
Right in front of the referee. There was no call. I don't know exactly what happened to Westcott, but he is grabbing that right knee, and he's back to the locker room already. I don't know what was missed. Now, McKinney has some words for somebody on the Bulls bench, as does Kuzmich.
Wow.
That's C.J. Walker they're mouthing back and forth with.
Well, it wasn't Walker, Jody, because it was when Wood came out and spun out of the headlock as he was driving.
What we're talking about that right now. I saw that's Glover over there, and he motioned. He grabbed him by the neck. Horse collared almost.
Right. And that's the thing is Wood was recovering from the almost DDT attempt, right?
Yeah.
As the defender was coming across the crease. Wood was straightened up, and he ran right into Wood as Wood was standing there in front of the net. But it was knee-to-knee, 100%.
I'm just in shock that call was not made when Wood cut to the front of the net. He was tackled like a football play. And the referee was 10 foot from the...
Well, if it would have been football, Jody, he would have got 15 yards
horse
for the
collar.
horse collar.
Yeah, you're right. Birmingham off the draw, sends a soft one in to the Knoxville zone. Played there by Roach. Kennedy keeps it in. Taken away from him. Timmy Kent, far side for Cup. Sadovsky on him. Nice play by Sadovsky, puts it right back out. Played at the blue line. Roach has it. Off the stick of Soper, Birmingham has it. Sadovsky with the puck. Finds Kennedy. They'll call that one hand pass on Kennedy as he knocked it down to himself. 8:54 to go here in the third period. We're getting late, folks, and it's a one-goal lead, which makes Jody Chinesky very nervous.
Shot so far, Jody, in this third 8 for Knoxville, 2 for the Bulls.
That's got to change. I'm sorry. I know we're up by 1, and I would like nothing more than to keep Knoxville from getting in the zone, but 2 shots on goal in 12 minutes or 11 minutes are not going to cut it. Off the draw, Birmingham has it. Scahill behind his own net. Through center ice, Lilliquist knocks it away, gives it to Branshaw, who'll bring it in. Back for Tosto. Knocked down by Pereira. Pass ahead off the skate of Olenek. Back into the Knoxville zone, played by Vance. Loose puck picked up by Tosto. Lost possession. Puck still loose in that Knoxville zone, played by Vance. Down on the play, Olenek. Again, no call, Greg, as Kuzmich brings the puck in the Bull zone. Fans even getting on it. Kuzmich looking for Branshaw. He'll have it far boards. Lilliquist, one-timer save made. Rebound goes all the way to the far boards. Birmingham smart just to clear it. Fans really get it on the officials here, and we were bragging on them earlier.
Yep.
Not so much this time. Gronick intercepts the pass. Varava back. Walker in front. Score! Another giveaway by Knoxville results in a 2-on-1 for Birmingham. And just as we did in the second, converting, and Birmingham, C.J. Walker gives the Bulls a two-goal lead at 3-1.
I know we talk a lot about football references, Jody, but it's almost like in football, your defense scoring more points than your offense on interceptions and stuff like that. That's exactly what happened there with Gronick. Picked it up, pulled it, sent it in. It's C.J. Walker and all alone and just buried it on Green low, cutting across the front of the net. Huge goal for the Bulls.
Huge is right. 7:51 to go. Birmingham regains that 2-goal lead. Walker's 11th goal of the year. Gronick on the assist. Bouncing puck again. Green having trouble with it. That's amazing. He stopped 2 breakaways and has trouble with a floater from the center ice stripe. Puck loose in the Knoxville zone. Varava has it. Glebe Varava almost lost possession.
Another bad pass.
Yeah. Back behind the net. Birmingham's forechecking. That's Sinclair. Kyle Soper comes away with the puck. We're under 7.5. Down on the play goes McKinney. He wanted a call. Come on, you've already tried to do that once. Gagnon now with the puck. Far side, Bulls through center ice. Brings it into the Knoxville zone. Wood. Down low. Back behind the Knoxville net. Try to center one in front. Off the back of the net. Wood still has it. Plays it back. There's a shot. Gets through near side. Tracy with it. Bulls have 3 men in deep. Back at the point is play for Sadowski. His shot goes wide. Kennedy picks up the puck. In front, score! What a pass by Kennedy. I mean, working in the offensive zone. Birmingham does great to keep that alive. Kennedy pops the pass over for Matt Wood, and the rookie buries it. Birmingham now up 4-1.
Great job there by Birmingham, Jody. And I know it's a broken record, but it's the same thing. Another miscue on Knoxville, breaking out of their zone. The Bulls pick it up, regain possession on a good forecheck. And what a pass from Kennedy coming around, straight up, hits Matt Wood, and he makes no mistake burying that, being left all alone up front. Bulls up 4-1.
Huge goal. Remember, 4 power plays the Bulls have killed off. 3 in succession. So there's another giveaway. Wade just turns and fires. Save made by Green. Greg, I've never seen a good hockey team like this just give the puck away time after time in their own zone.
The Achilles heel, Jody, of Knoxville right there is breaking out of their zone. So, who knows? Could be something Coach Simchuk picked up on, and maybe intentionally he's just holding everybody back, waiting at the blue line for him.
That's got to change. They've got the Matt Wood goal unassisted.
Right.
We need to tell them, the off-ice officials, who gets the assist.
So that would be from Wood. It was Kennedy.
Off the draw, Knoxville has it. Timmy Kent with the puck. He takes a big hit there by Olenek. Manages to get the puck in deep. Scahill with it. He'll send it around near side. Pereira around the boards. Down on the play go 2 men. 1 for each team. Behind the net, dug out by Pereira. Bartuccio Pereira, great addition for the Birmingham Bulls. Lifts one all the way down the ice. This one's going to be icing. It's called. It's 6:01 remaining here in the third period of play. Birmingham with 2 quick goals. One at 12:09. The other just a minute and 3 seconds later at 13:14 have taken a commanding, at the moment, 4-1 lead.
Well, just like that, it breaks open, the floodgates open up, Jody, but definitely miscues on Knoxville's part are costing them this hockey game.
Well, we know 3 goals have been given to Birmingham by Knoxville.
Hey, you still got to finish them, Jody.
Yeah, you got to put the puck in the net, whether it's a giveaway or not. Branshaw with a shot, knocked down in front. Loose puck behind the goal line. Pereira digging for it, as is Kuzmich, still beneath both players. Still fighting for it. In the skates of Kuzmich, comes right out in front. Nice play by Stewart to clear it himself, and back into the Knoxville zone. Lilliquist will go. 5.5 to go. Third period. Tosto sends it in. Birmingham can't get it out. Tosto with it. Plays it back to the point for Lilliquist. Lilliquist sends a wrister in, deflected in front into the netting, out of play. So 5:23 to go. Birmingham 4, Knoxville 1. All of a sudden, Greg, you look at the shots on goal. Birmingham has now 24 shots. So real quickly, 6 shots on goal, at least in the third.
Right, yeah, in the last 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But I haven't noticed Williams in the third like I did in the first 2 periods.
He's got to be done. He's got to be spent. He's every other shift in the first period and a half. Off the draw, Birmingham has it. Cody Walker lifts one far side, knocked down by Vance. Sends one around, back behind the Bulls net. Gagnon, look out, he almost fell. Loose puck. Bounced off the board, straight to Birmingham. Cody Walker with it. Offside is called as his brother CJ was in ahead of the play offside. So we'll have a face-off outside of the Knoxville blue line.
Well, and you saw CJ Walker there, Jody. That play coming through the neutral zone with CJ coming down the middle. It's a little dump to the wall, and then it's a one-touch back for the give and go. Hits it right back to Walker. Just get everybody to shift, but Cody couldn't pull that one off, and he went in offside.
Off the draw, Knoxville has it. Kyle Soper ahead for Dawson McKinney. Has an eerie feeling like the last weekend series with Macon had. We'll talk about that in a second. High stick is called. Birmingham will touch up first. They're going to let some time tick off the clock. Finally, Gaeta touches it. High stick is called on Knoxville. Remember when Macon came into town Friday night, right off the bus, you said it, that bus trip can kill you. Birmingham goes out and wins 5-2. The next night, it was a different hockey game.
And Knoxville's worse because it's like 6 hours. By the time you stop for lunch and all that, you're spending 7 hours on a bus, and it just does something to you. You know what I mean?
It has to. I mean,
I guarantee you tomorrow night, Jody, you're going to see a different Knoxville team.
Macon came out Saturday night, won in a shootout 3-2.
Right.
And we destroyed them. Friday night, the night before. So maybe you're on to something here with these trips, but it's funny. Birmingham, when they're on the road, doesn't seem to get jet lagged,
right?
For lack of better terms. We got a better road record than home record.
That should be getting closer now, shouldn't it?
Birmingham with a win tonight. If I'm not mistaken, we'll go to 500 at home, which was in. When you think about it, yeah, we'll be. If we win tonight, we'll be at 9-9
there
at
you
home
go.
with 4 shootout losses. That seemed unattainable back in December.
Yeah. Definitely.
Off the draw, Osick wins it, but gets it past Soper back into his own zone. Kennedy doing a good job, takes the puck away from Kyle. Kept alive by Birmingham. Are they not done? Osick sends a pass over. Back comes McKinney now. Gagnon back defensively. McKinney takes the shot behind the net. It goes. Vance far side. Plays it for McKinney. Spins away from Soretsky. Still holds on to the puck. Wood ties him up. Back for McKinney. He'll walk out in front. Couldn't get the shot off as he was tied up. Nice defensive play by the Birmingham forward and defense. Kennedy has it ahead for Wood. Vance on him. Tries to take the shot away, and he does. Got that shot off, but well behind the net. Wood tips it near side. Picked up by Kent. Under 4 to go, third period. Bulls up 4-1 over Knoxville. Kyle Soper has it. Just lifts one out in the center ice where Kent has it. 2 men back for the Bulls. Slides one over. There's Williams in front. Tried to set it up for Cup, knocked away. No, Lennox couldn't clear. Back at the point. Kept alive by Jimmy Soper. Near side for Roach. Takes the shot. Save made. Rebound lie loose. Bottom of the face-off circle. And Knoxville actually cleared that one themselves. Back into their own zone. Roach will pick it up. Why am I watching the clock like it's the Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals?
Well, because it is Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals for us.
Birmingham has it. Pass off the stick of Waite to the Knoxville blue line, played by Vance. Lilliquist gives it up for Tyler Williams. All Birmingham defenders back. Williams puts the brakes on, checked by Sinclair and Walker. Penalty coming up on the Bulls. Slides a pass over for Lilliquist, touched up by Birmingham. Now it's no penalty. I apologize. The guy just got out of his net. Open net for Birmingham. Cody Walker tried his best to get it in. I thought when I saw Green come out of the net, it was for a delayed penalty with 2.5 to go. Walker. The Knoxville net is still empty. Puck in their zone. There's a shot off the post, far side. Birmingham's Pereira score! Bartuccio Pereira fires a slap shot 5 foot from inside the blue line, and Birmingham puts this one away. Pereira's goal, his 5th of the season, gives the Bulls a 5-1 lead.
Well, Jody, I'm actually happy for Pereira because that guy has come in and he has worked his, you know what, off.
He has. What an addition he was.
Yeah.
And to think that he was almost about to be put to the scrap heap before Craig Simchuk, with a great deal, called and said, no, don't do that, I'll trade you for him.
Yep.
And what an addition he's been to this Birmingham Bulls lineup. 17:40, the time of that goal. So his first as a Bull, 5th of the season. He started the year in Macon, and thank goodness they didn't want him. Green back in the net, tied up behind the Knoxville net. Varava sends it far side for Branshaw. Knocked down by Wood, but it comes straight to Kyle Soper ahead for Kuzmich. Cutting it front, save made by Stewart. He got that right pad out on it, Greg, and stopped that second goal from going in for Knoxville. There's a pass ahead off the skate, off the stick of Sareski. Green having trouble with the puck, almost gave it away. Osick with it now. We're down to 2 minutes to go. Brings the puck in the Bull zone. Osick has Costo in front, taken away on a nice defensive play. Birmingham Sadowski gets it up through center ice. Played in by Kennedy. Gronick there. Osick takes it away. Now puck through center ice, loose. Played back to the Bulls blue line. Kenny Britton has it. Britton has it taken away by LaRue. Watch out for LaRue and Britton. They have quite a reputation, both of them, and they're on the ice at the same time. Now Knoxville down deep. Osick goes down, as does the Bull. Loose puck in the corner. It squirts free to Cup. Osick now with the puck. We're under a minute to go here in this third period of play. Gaeta turns and fires that wide. Osick there with a rebound. Save made by Stewart, and he'll cover it up to his left, right against the post. 50.8 seconds remaining in this hockey game. Bulls comfortably up 5-1.
Big saves there by Stewart, Jody, and I know it's a 5-1 game, but I'm telling you, this last 2 minutes of the game is important because the momentum is going to carry over into the start of tomorrow night's game. That's why you mentioned LaRue and Britton.
Yeah.
I haven't seen LaRue much all night tonight, so it's interesting to see. He might be out there trying to send a message.
Off the draw, LaRue had it, lost it. Birmingham pops it to center ice. That was Bartuccio Pereira. Lilliquist back in his own zone, picks the puck up. He'll drop it to Vance. We're under 40 seconds to go. Lilliquist back into the Bull zone. Can't get past Sinclair. Gives it up to Osick. Osick back to Vance. They're not through, Greg. They're still trying. Lilliquist sets it off the far boards behind the net. Osick has it in front. Save made by Stewart. LaRue takes a slap shot, knocked down by Walker. Osick has it. He gets around one man, lost possession. Poked free by Walker, back into the Knoxville end of the ice, and that's going to do it. 5 seconds to go as Gaeta has it. Give credit to Knoxville. They put the pressure on that last
they
30
did.
seconds, never giving up. But Birmingham, a little too much for them tonight. And Hayden Stewart comes up big once again. That's 6 periods and 1 goal he's given up, Greg.
Oh, yeah. Hayden Stewart was on it, Jody. And if he's not having the 2 games that he's had, you might see some different outcomes tonight, because I know the Bulls won by 4.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Hayden Stewart kept him in there, and he rode that one through with some really big saves. And once again, right, on any given night, if you're not having the kind of night that Hayden Stewart's had, it could easily be a 4-3 game going into those dying minutes. But thanks to Hayden Stewart and some heads-up play by the Bulls defenders turning defense into offense, the Bulls walk out of this one 5-1.
Like I said, to me, this is eerily close to what we saw in Game 1 against Macon. And I just know for a fact, tomorrow night, after a good night's rest and a good meal and a morning skate and a lunch and a good lunch and a nap, Knoxville's coming back in here to play their hockey, their style of hockey tomorrow night.
And a good butt chewing.
Oh,
you know that's coming.
I don't think we're going to see Knoxville gifting Birmingham any more goals tomorrow night.
No.
I believe they'll shut the door on that one. But what a win by the Birmingham Bulls, a much-needed win. We are over 500, Greg Dreveny. Believe it or not, Birmingham goes to 19-18, 1-5, good for 44 points. Just 1 behind this Knoxville Ice Bear team. I'm not sure what Evansville did. They're just 1 point ahead of Knoxville. Roanoke took out Quad City 8-0. Evansville and Peoria tied at 1. If Peoria can somehow win that one, it makes things real tight among Evansville, Knoxville, and Birmingham. And to put it point blank, Birmingham has a chance tomorrow to go from where we were in December, dead last in this league, up to 6th place.
Keep looking up,
Maybe
Jody.
tied for 5th, maybe. Wow.
With that, 43 games played, good for 44 points, Jody. That puts the Bulls right now just 2 points out of 5th place.
Exactly. That's why I said tomorrow night we can take 6th with a win against Knoxville. We can take it away from the Ice Bears, but we can tie ourselves with Evansville depending on what happens with Peoria. But I'm with you. I'm tired of looking behind what's going on with Macon and Fayetteville and God knows what else. Let's keep our eye on the road and the windshield instead of the rearview mirror.
You got it.
Okay. Fun one. Made me nervous for a while, but we came out on top. Birmingham takes a big one from the Knoxville Ice Bears, 5-1 in Game 1 of this 2-game set tomorrow night. Back down here, same time, same place. For Greg Dreveny, I'm Jody Chernesky.